Chiquinho
Yeah.
is a monkey from the north of Mozambique.
Okay.
He's from Cabeceira. He crossed the sea from Mozambique Island with the guy.
Yeah.
Perhaps someone killed the mother for eating.
Yeah. Okay.
And 2 days after, I have a cyclone in Mozambique Island.
Wow.
And we stayed there because it's a political crisis.
Okay. Yeah.
And it comes from the bus from Nampula to Maputo by bus. The first bus
Okay.
after the political crisis.
Okay. Yeah.
Stay 10 days without bus. It's not possible cross from the north
Yeah.
of Mozambique to Maputo. And I bring to Maputo 2 days by bus. And this time Maputo, we're looking for places for him. We think about the national park from Maputo.
Okay. Yeah.
But they said it's too short, too smaller for
Yeah.
there.
It needs to go with the foster mum.
Yeah. And we saw in the internet this foundation, and so it's fantastic. We saw more than 40 films with my
Nice to meet you.
and comes today
Yeah.
illegal from the border, and it's here 3,000 kilometers.
Oh wow.
Wow.
How long did it take you to drive?
For me it's more or less 3 weeks. Wow, 3 weeks.
We come with a bus first,
Yeah.
and after with our car.
First boat, after a minibus from Mozambique Island to Nampula.
Yeah.
For a bus from Nampula, 2,000 kilometers from Nampula to Maputo, and now today from Maputo to here.
Very calm.
And then you cry.
23. So she came today. She's travelled all the way from Mozambique to get here. Mother was killed for eating on Mozambique Island, and then she has come down here. So Michaela's just going to give her a quick little health check. She is very small for her age, very blue as well. Her hydration's good, but she is quite small for her age. They thought it was a little boy, I think, but it does look like a girl, so she might need a little bath. But as we can see, she's quite skinny, she's quite slender. So what we're going to do is we're going to weigh her. Now we think, so this little dummy that she's got weighs 5 grams, so because she's quite active, we're just going to pop her in the scale. So it's on 0. We know that the dummy weighs 5 grams. So she is 388, so she's 383 grams. So she is that is the size of about a 3-week-old baby. She is smaller than Shelby, who is 4 weeks. Shelby is 500 grams. Here is Mark coming to have a look at the new arrival. We had no notice about this, so obviously it's a little bit of a shock to get another one. Teeth, Michaela has just checked. She does have this Royal Canin teat, and that is because she does like to suck on her arm or her genitals. I think it's a comfort thing. So we are going to try her on the Royal Canin bottle. She has already had some already. Do you want some food? Yeah. So she's having some cucumber. We've also got banana and butternut on the plate. So her teeth are a little bit funny. So she's got her bottom teeth and then she's got her canines, but she doesn't have teeth in the middle at the top. So that's why it's cut a bit smaller than we would do for our normal babies. Good girl. You gonna?
Well, little Sarah's in relatively good condition, considering the major travel route she's actually taken to get here. And we're really thankful for people like that really care and just didn't give up. They actually tried to get this little one to a sanctuary to try and get it through as soon as possible. They tried all their resources where they could in their own country, and eventually found the only way was basically to try come through to South Africa. So it was quite a bit of a surprise for us. As I say, the little monkey just rocking up on our doorstep, and after traveling something like 3,000 kilometers, you can see it's really enjoying the food, really likes to drink the milk. It has got a little security kind of dummy thing that it uses, that it's been chewing. It has got a few little psychological problems that it needs to get over with, but that's understandable when your mom's actually been shot and killed for meat, and you're so small. I mean, this is a really tiny little one to actually have survived that. But we are really thankful for those people bringing it through. Fortunately, the vervets from Mozambique are the same as the vervets from South Africa on the bottom side, so there isn't really a problem there. But at least this one's now in safe hands, and we can start its rehab program and hopefully get it a decent foster mom after everything it's actually been through.
Here we have Brigitte and Sarah on night shift. So they had their milk, both drank really well through the bars, and now they're currently eating from their little snack bowl. So they have aubergine, apple, and banana. Both of them seem to be favoring the apple, but also having some of the banana, but apple definitely seems to be their favorite, and they don't like aubergine whatsoever, which is quite often what I see with the monkeys. But yeah. So Neverland just received their food plate, and Sarah is absolutely loving it. She's having banana at the moment. She's eaten most of the sweet potato, which is quite strange for babies, as usually they don't eat sweet potato or really the veggies, but she loves her veggies, with the exception of fruit being banana. There we have Brigitte at the back.
All right, yeah.
Sarah and banana. Here we have Sarah sunbathing in Neverland. So she moved to Neverland today as Brigitte went to meet mums at H&B, or also known as Holland Barrington Troop. So she seems to be doing something with her tail. But the reason that she hasn't gone to meet mums yet is because her thrush hasn't cleared up quite yet. So she's just continuing treatment, whereas Brigitte is doing much better. So she's going to meet mums. She also went with Agatha. So at the moment the plan is to have Sarah in Neverland while she is receiving treatment until she's doing better. Then she'll go to H&B as well to go and meet mums. Hopefully we can get Millie, as Millie is a very good mum. And Sarah will need that special one-on-one. As you might see, Sarah is still quite small, but she has grown in fluffiness, if you can call it that. So she's fluffier than before, but she's still quite small. That could be due to her just being a bit ill. So she had a bit of a cold as well as the thrush, so that's why it's taking her a bit longer with the thrush to clear up. But she has improved. Her lips are looking less red, and she's drinking better. So today we also tried something new. So here we have a bowl. So instead of the bottle, we still have the bottle, but she's been struggling to drink a bit from the bottle just as it could hurt her lips. It can agitate it a bit more, whereas with the bowl she doesn't need to suckle, and she's been drinking quite well, drinking 20 ml at a time in just a few minutes, whereas usually you would kind of struggle to feed her. But yeah, so we're happy that this way is working for her, and we'll see how it goes. Our little Sarah? Here we have little Sarah. She just received some grass. She just had a nap, so she woke up and then woke up to grass. So that's the best way to wake up, especially while we still have some grass. There isn't a lot left, but we do have some. With the winter coming, the grass tends to die out, so does forage, but then we sometimes still have some sickle bush seed pods. But forage is a lot less during the winter than in the summer, so the babies and just all the monkeys are still enjoying the grass while they can. Sarah especially loves it. Her face lights up when she sees it. It's very cute. Same with food, any food, but especially sweet potato. It's also very interesting what part of the grass they tend to go for. Some of them go for the seeds, some of them goes for the stems first. Some of them even go for the leaves. Sarah does seem to be one of them that goes for the stems. Here we are again with Sarah and grass in her little sunspot. So she's been rubbing her lips against anything or everything. That is just due to the thrush that's a little uncomfortable. She is receiving treatment, which is helping, but she is still uncomfortable. So at the moment what we're doing is spraying her mouth with colloidal silver often. Another happy time for Sarah. Food plate just arrived, so today's goodies we have sweet potato, cucumber and apple. She went straight for the apple. Having a little look. Oh, going for more apple. Sarah and her apple. Sarah still enjoying some apple. She's almost done. She's eaten most of it. There's seems to be 1 or 2 pieces left. Curious to see which food she will go for next.
The same as human little ones, monkeys are very similar in their tastes, and each one likes different things. Like in this case, this little one loves apples and always chooses apples first.
Less. Yeah.
Alright, so what happened to her mum?
Don't know.
No
She was
idea.
literally found, they bought her for $600 at the intersection.
Oh, okay, right.
Yeah.
So it was, oh yeah.
The guy they brought her from said he'd got her in KZN, but no proof of that yet. Yeah.
Let's get her out. they're over. Well, they're washed out from the way.
I'm sure. Although your roads are surprisingly good still.
Well, actually, the roads, yeah, it's not that bad actually, but it's been way worse in the past, so we got away with it this season.
Hold on.
Usually it just disappears.
It's like an older Chris, I feel like.
Alright, so this is our new girl has just arrived. It's about 5 PM, so we're going to let her out for a little run before we put her into a night crate. Burn some energy first, or Mark's going to have a long night.
Look at that face. Okay.
Aww.
Now settle in. Yeah.
What is the date today?
The 5th, yeah.
She came in at 8.
Good morning. This is our beautiful baby, the newest addition. She just came yesterday. Baby 25, 24. I actually need to double check that. But we're going to go ahead and give her some milk. She's ready for it. She did a great job last night, surprisingly, because she was very screamy early on in the evening, because she arrived around 5 p.m. And she had been drinking from a bowl, like a little dog bowl, milk and water and things. So she actually wasn't super used to the tea at first last night. She required a little bit of help, but now she's doing great, suckling on her own. She's very quiet all night. She's a little angel. Here we have Agatha enjoying her snack bowl for the evening. So today they have cucumber, butternut, sweet potato, and she's eaten most of the sweet potato and cucumber already. So as she's a little bit older and her milk totals are always good, she doesn't need a midnight feed. Well, not a midnight feed. She doesn't need a 7 p.m. feed. So she can have her snack bowl when she arrives. And then on the right, you can maybe see we have a bunny bottle. So the bunny bottles are filled with water for them to drink if they're thirsty throughout the night.
Well, she's loving the food. Just look how she's filling those little cheek pouches of hers just to make sure she's got some reserves for later on in the evening.
Cheek pouches are already full.
Is our nurse arrival. Baby number 25. So baby 25 came in late last night. She came in after 5 p.m. So Mark and baby intern Shelby did her intake. She was kept as a pet after being bought on the side of the road for 600 rand, which is about £30. And quite attached to humans. She cried quite a lot last night when she was put in a crate, probably because she's used to sleeping in a bed. But then she settled really nicely after she had her feed, which is great. So we're just going to let her out in Neverland. I'm going to let her burn off some energy first, and then she can be weighed, and we'll take her temperature as well. Just got a bandit at the door. Hey. Okay, so she's come straight up for a cuddle. way. We don't have a name as of yet, so we'll see if we've got any names on the waiting list, or if somebody here wants to name her. Okay. Has just figured out the feeding cage, which is great considering she's only been in Neverland for less than an hour. She's having a nice drink. She had a nice big 35 mils through the bars this morning on night shift, and then she's been really good. This is great because, as you can see, she is quite big and old. Probably put her around the 4-month mark. So the quicker we can get her with mums, the better. So Claudia's going to come in later and cover my break, and we will film weighing, temperature, and I'll also arrange for her to be chipped as well, just so we can get this process started with the mums as soon as possible. This is our newest arrival, just having a nap. So she's been running around Disneyland and got herself all tired out. Currently hugging onto my water bottle. We have just been told that we are getting 2 new arrivals tomorrow, so Neverland's going to be a bit hectic, as we'll keep them all in together, as they should be around the same age and size. We're not 100% sure what kind of troop, which troop they're going to go to as of yet. But we will get that all figured out once they arrive. Michaela made some forage parcels for the babies and the sick bay monkeys. So currently baby number 25 does have a forage parcel. It's just some grass with some things inside. Our newest arrival is just having some of her food plates. So we have aubergine, banana, cucumber and sweet potato. So this will be her first food plate since she's been in here. She would have had a snack bowl in her crate last night. But she's a big eater and a big drinker, which is great. As you can see, going straight for all of the banana. Now we'll see what she goes for after. Generally cucumber, oh, more banana. Cucumber is always quite a good food. Baby 25 is currently eating an indigenous fruit called a marula. I'm very much enjoying it. Along with grass and berries, it's something that we try and give as often as possible, just because it is indigenous. Obviously it grows on the foundation. And it's something that we give them when they're older as well, but it's great enrichment for these guys. She has figured out how to open it all by herself, which is great. I've got another one here, so this is what they look like. So this is obviously the inside, and then they do have quite a big pip on the outside as well. It's quite sour. But yeah, no, these guys love it.
Alright, so we're just trying to weigh our newest arrival. This is baby number 25.
I know.
She's not very happy about being burritoed at all. She's a very big girl, so we reckon she's going to be close to 1 kilo.
It's okay, you've just got to chill. No, come on. She was kept as a pet, and most of the time with ex-pets, they don't like being told what to do. So this is, it's okay. baby. You listen. Pop your butt in.
It's not always the easiest to weigh the babies. The smaller ones are normally easier.
It's okay.
You can see she gets, she's very upset now. So she's seeking comfort in Sophie's shirt.
Come. I'll get you some banana for after. Okay? Come on, sweetie.
So she seems very healthy. She does seem to have some possible teeth issues, but nothing too
Her
too
mouth is, her top two teeth are quite dark, and then her mouth is also quite dark, so it might have been the diet that she was on.
It's possibly something she's eaten or drank when she was in human care before.
It's gonna take approximately 2 seconds. That's all I need. But I just need you to stay in there. It's okay.
Alright, we might have a wait.
1096. So you are over it.
1096. The fake girl.
As we've got quite a few little monkeys arriving, we've had to move little Sarah into Disneyland. I'm not too sure what's going on, but it just seems like at the coming to the end of the season, everyone's deciding to bring their little ones over. Most of them seem to be in the 4-month range, which makes it a little bit more difficult for us. As you've seen, little Agatha has just arrived, and she is going to be a little bit of a problem because she doesn't have any of the monkey behaviors, so she's going to have to learn that from everybody. But as you can see, Sarah's getting on very well, enjoying her food bowl. She still loves her apples, which seems to be her main thing, and loves sorting them out. Although she is here, you see her trying some banana, which is also starting to love. So nice to see little Sarah, and she's getting on pretty well.
Here we have Sarah. She's eating apple in the feeding cage. So the left side of the feeding cage is like covered with a blanket, just because she hasn't been drinking from the feeding cage since a long time. So I just wanted to try to see if she's capable of going inside the feeding cage by the holes that we can see on the right. And she can do it. She knows how to do that by herself. So it's food time. She loves apples.
So of course, as we all know, the feeding cage is probably one of the most important factors in the whole rehab process. The monkeys really have to get used to going in and out there without being afraid, being able to find the milk when they need it, because this is going to sort of be their lifeline. Even out once they've been released, they've got to be able to recognize the feeding cage and be able to find their milk bottle. So very important that little Sarah gets to learn what's going on, and that's why at the moment they're putting her little food bowl inside so she can get used to climbing in and out the little holes. And then of course, after she's finished eating what she likes there, she's got her milk just on the side, she can start drinking there, and this is helping her get used to going in and out of this feeding cage, which, as I say, is going to be very, very important for her later on. And we can't actually introduce them to foster moms until they actually get used to this feeding cage. If she doesn't learn to go in and out and find her milk, she can't go out and get a foster mom. So very, very important part in the progress of these little ones. Well, of course, natural forage is just as important, and I'm so happy to see little Sarah taking to these seed pods from the sickle bush so quickly. and she really seems to be loving it. You can just see there, those are the flowers of the sickle bush, and basically that comes out in the summer months, and then in winter we start getting these seed pods which have these tiny little seeds in, which the monkeys really love, and you can see she's enjoying them. They do start drying out a little bit, so even once they get drier we feed them to some of the monkeys to eat, and of course inside there they get these tiny little seeds, which is very, very important to them. It is a little bit of a sticky thing, but the monkeys really and truly love it, and I'm glad Sarah's enjoying them so much.
We are currently in Disneyland with little Sarah. So currently she's enjoying some yummy grass. So the last few days, well, yesterday has been quite rainy. So currently we have a hot water bottle right here, which she can sit on, just as it's a bit cold. Which is interesting as it's still April and winter technically only starts in June here in South Africa. So it does seem that winter has came a bit earlier this year. But yeah, just Sarah and her grass. So here we have Sarah with a seed pod. So originally the seed pod was in the feeding cage, but she has maneuvered it halfway out of the feeding cage through one of the holes.
So this is great. She's learned to get her seed pod out of the cage, and just watch how easily she basically climbs in and goes to find something new to forage on. So really amazing and very good progress on her side.
So that's also a seed pod. They're just different ripeness, I guess, is what you'd call it. The monkeys do eat both. So the green or the brown. Brown is usually a bit later in the year, but we do have a few here and there that are brown, so I thought to give her the option. Although it does appear she prefers the green. So for those who might be interested in what is inside of these seed pods, well, obviously seeds, but let me just show you a bit more about like how the monkeys get it. So here we have a little seed pod. Or a little pocket, so this would then be one seed. It is quite sticky, so it does kind of stick to your fingers, but if you break it open, then you get, this is little Sarah, then you get to the little flap to like break it open, and then you have that little gap right there. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a tiny little gap, and then you open it up. And then there's a tiny little seed. Let me just show you. A tiny little seed. And then there's for little Sarah. Nope. Oh, she's doing it on her own. You're going to show them how it's done, girly? Yeah. And there's the seed. So they do a lot of work for a very tiny seed, but they love it, and it's good enrichment as it keeps them busy, keeps the mind occupied, also keeps the hands occupied. So it's great. Here Sarah is to explain it, to show it done in action. And here you can kind of see the aftermath of Sarah and the seed pod. There she goes to get the other one. But yeah, as you can see, it is quite messy, but keeps her happy, keeps her occupied, so it's all good. Oh, and now we're going for the grass.
Well, that was an amazing little rescue for Sarah. Thank you so much for those people for caring so much to bring her all that way, 3,000 kilometers, long drive, long travel, just to save the life of a little monkey. And it just goes to show there are amazing people out there, and we really appreciate them. Then again, we've got little Agatha, has got her own little story, so I hope you enjoyed that. We'll be following these little guys up in the next episode of as they meet each other and start meeting foster moms. So look forward to seeing you all then. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for being part of the family. Thanks for the donations. We appreciate you guys. Keep them coming in. It's making our lives possible to save these monkeys. See you later.